I do, and welcome to Paul's final ride on the BMW K1600 GT LE. Okay, so we're off to KD Motorcycles, formerly known as Keith Dixon Motorcycles in Accrington. It's Friday the 29th of April 2016, and I'm taking the bike over for just so they can take one or two bits and pieces off the bike, ready for collecting the FJR in the morning. Now, as it turned out, they didn't really sort of, take anything off and put anything on the FJR. Decided that the leads I want to be removed. That's the heated jacket leads, the Gerbing heated jacket leads, and the Optimate lead. But because the FJR 2014 onwards, access to the battery and battery terminals and fuses is much easier than the 2013, our previous FJR. And I've seen Two Wheel Obsession, Brian's marvellous video, as all his videos are, showing how to access the battery. Well, I can do it myself, and hopefully we won't need the heated jacket leads until later, much later in the year, so they can be fitted as and when. Just need to be routed under the tank, so we'll sort that out later. So my feelings right now: glad to be changing, going back to the FJR, that's without a doubt. Just sorry that the BMW didn't work out. As I've said to people previously and in social media, on YouTube, that engine on that 1600, in fact the whole bike, as a bike, it's unbeatable. Comfort, you've got that many gizmos, you've got there's something that every bike should have, and that's displayed tyre pressures whilst you're riding, and if you get a puncture you get a warning, which, as I said, on a motorcycle is absolutely first class. The engineering, absolutely first class. One thing that really sort of stuck out for me early on when we bought it in October was something simple, and that's the tyre valves were at sort of, instead of being in a normal sort of upright position, they were at right angle. So, very easy to get to with an airline hose from a garage, from your foot pump or a tyre pressure gauge. Absolutely brilliant, well thought out. The rear wheel, the rear wheel will just come away like the RT 1200 does, without you can leave everything in situ, the disc, brake, everything. Bit like the Gullwing, really. So, and the engines, I say, inline six, super smooth, so much torque, unbelievable, and power, real power. But I'm afraid the one thing that let it down, and to be fair, this is the only thing that let it down for us, for me especially, obviously riding it, and that's its top end, top heavy. When you've got a full tank of fuel, 26 point something litres, by golly, you know it. And slow manoeuvring, it's not as easy as really it ought to be. And I've had it said recently that BMW, like they did with a couple of other models, I think the 1300 and another one, I can't just remember, they've got it wrong again. And I would tend to agree with this. You know, in its overall weight distribution, I don't think they've got it right. I don't think it's just me. You know, I heard a few weeks ago of a chap that absolutely adores FJRs, but he worked for BMW. That he saw a couple in. He was on his way to the airport on the bus, and a couple sort of overtook the bus, and they were over. I think he said the pillion passenger shifted a bit on the seat, and they were in traffic, and they fell over. Now, you know, that should not happen, but once that bike goes so far, there's nothing that will stop it. It's just sheer weight. So now this, I'm just interrupting myself. This is the place called church. It's not, obviously we're not going to church. We're not religious at all. The place is called Church, and it's next to Accrington, where we're heading. So, you know, we've had 6 months of ownership, and we've done just short of 4,000 miles, and that's through winter. So I don't think we've done too bad. I think 4,000 miles and then deciding, I think, is a fair you know, comment really. And we've decided to go back to what we know, what we love, the FJR 1300. We're going for the ES model, and look out for the demonstrator ride if you've not already watched that. Yeah, so mixed feelings. You know, you think, well, you know, got it wrong. We got a gull wing. We'd have had a couple of gull wings, and we decided to go back to an ST 1300, or Pan-European as we call it here. So it kind of feels like we've been here before, but the K16 is not a gull wing. Right, we've arrived at KD Motorcycles, so thanks for watching, and see you next time. There's some text here for you to have a look at. Just some personal comments, some personal thoughts from us both, really. Lynn's of the same mind. Okay. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for the new subscribers. Always welcome. See you next time. Bye for now.